is Fasi Mehta. I am the Program Manager at the National Incubation Center. And today we are going to be discussing a very interesting topic. But before I delve into the detail of the topic and introduce to you our panelists, I would also like to mention that this is a joint collaboration between the United Nations Development Program in Pakistan and also National Dialogue Forum. And National Dialogue Forum is a progressive public policy organization based in Islamabad. Youth development is a key area of focus for NDF, and they partner with UNDP and many other organizations in various initiatives focused on youth engagement in Pakistan. Before I also go further, I would also like to tell you that we have a team of sign language interpreters online during this webinar. And we have 3 people. I would like to mention them: Ali Raza, Anam Parvez, and Shazia Anwar. From time to time, one of them will be interpreting the session. And those of you who would need the assistance for sign language interpretation, please switch to gallery view so that you could see all of them. And then you can also see the person who is interpreting. And this is a team from a startup called DevTalk, which is also coincidentally an NIC startup. So congratulations and thank you for joining us and for your services. So moving on, the topic is actually quite interesting, but I would also like the UNDP's Assistant Resident Representative Amir Goraya to please come and share his views on what the program is all about, and then I will delve further into the topic and also introduce the panelists. So over to you, Amir sir.
Thank you, Fasi. Thank you very much, all panelists, Laura, her team. I think I know most of you, of course, Fasi and Fasi's, both of you, and I can see Shariar, Humaira as well. And of course, thank you very much, all of you, to be on the panel and support UNDP like that. I think I won't be long, although this is a very interesting subject that, about the fake news and how, it plays an important role in these circumstances, and especially when we have COVID on our hands. UNDP and National Dialogue Forum have, like all of you know, have assembled a panel of academics, media experts, government reps, and development practitioners to share their thoughts on the topic and respond to the audience questions. It is a privilege for me to be present among you today to discuss opponents and narratives around geopolitics or historical events. And there are people with whom you talk and they know that no news is bad news. So sometimes, the fake news is just not researched or well researched or well thought of, that they are, you see, but most often they are reflections of people's biases in the absence of accurate information. And, it's very difficult to help individuals and groups to make decisions, especially, in the rapidly changing world around them. The spread of fake news and conspiracy theories during COVID-19 through digital and social media is unprecedented. I mean, all of us, I would say, are affected by it, despite the fact that a lot of us understand that this is very, sometimes it doesn't make sense, but somehow, the visual way of transmission of the news is affecting us. And also, it sometimes so happens that fake news comes from a credible source, and then it becomes all the more difficult, to combat that element. The WHO has repeatedly used the term infodemic, to refer to the dissemination and amplification of false information about COVID-19 cures and causes in the wake of this pandemic. These disinformation or misinformation campaigns threaten individual lives by peddling quack remedies and unverified treatments, and create an environment in which xenophobia, hate speech, disruptive political forces, they actually thrive in these circumstances. And actually the disruptors, if I may say, are looking for this kind of an opportunity. It wouldn't be an exaggeration than the virus itself sometimes, So as in the other parts of the world, Pakistan is also dealing with the social and political implications of disinformation and misinformation about COVID-19. Uh, our country has more than 37 million social media users who are directly or indirectly relying on platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and digital news outlets as primary sources of information. A lack of oversight over information dissemination on these platforms means that unverified information building on people's biases can be shared without consequences, without any accountability. This is having adverse impact on the government of Pakistan's effort to promote social distancing and responsible public behavior during this, I would say, the pandemic or the national or international emergency we are going through. However, every challenge, it also brings opportunities for improvement. In my view, the development sector can play a very important role in devising effective responses against the infodemic through awareness raising and strategic comms. This can also be an excellent entry point for expanding the development sector's role in digital peace building. On a wider scale, the pandemic can spur much needed conversation around the role of social and digital media in disseminating unverified or accurate information and offer opportunities for course correction for the state. And of course, also, I would say for the development sector and to focus more on substantive issues. I'm very pleased to inform you that Youth Empowerment Program's ongoing work to promote social distancing and responsible public behavior during COVID-19 through social media messaging by our reputable, partners and, clerics is gaining considerable traction online. Videos have been shared approximately more than 200,000 times and generating constructive debates about scientific and religious perspective on this issue. Furthermore, youth empowerment programs work with more than 40 mainstream and digital media journalists in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is helping to create an informed media narrative about COVID-19 in the province and its effects on the vulnerable populations, especially in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Once again, I'm very grateful to NDF for assembling an impressive mix of national and international subject experts. And thanks to all the subject experts as well, the development practitioners to lead the discussion, and to the panel members for taking the time out for their, from their busy schedules to be here today. As always, I'm also grateful to our partner DevTalk for providing interpretation services for this webinar in order to ensure that more people can join the conversation. I'm really looking forward to an interesting discussion ahead. Thank you very much, and over from my side. Thank you.